How to actually practice Stoicism in a modern world. Our world moves faster than ever. And somewhere in all this noise, many of us feel lost, overwhelmed by stress, by anger, by fears we cannot name, but this isn't new. Out of that storm came the philosophy of the Stoics. Their answer to chaos was not escape, but endurance, not avoidance, but clarity. And so we ask, how can we practice Stoicism in our modern world? Every age has its struggles, but the form is always the same. We suffer not only from the world outside, but also from our reaction within. A cancelled plan can spiral into loneliness. A sudden bill can turn peace into panic. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Marcus Aurelius faced treachery in his court, plagues in his empire. But how do we move from theory into practice? How do we carry these ancient words into a life filled with traffic, deadlines, and constant interruption? To answer this, let us travel back to ancient Rome, into the life of Epictetus. Born a slave, Epictetus endured hardship most of us can barely imagine. One story tells us that when his master twisted his leg in cruelty, Epictetus calmly said, "If you continue, you will break it." The leg broke. What others saw as unbearable, he met with composure. For Epictetus, the body was not his true possession, only his mind was. His lesson: suffering ends where acceptance begins. So how can we practice Stoicism today? First, we must understand our nature. We're human beings with the awesome ability to choose our response. Second, our response is key. It's not the event, but our thoughts about the event that truly counts. A delayed flight is just that, an event. Your anger about it or the sense of injustice, that's your choice. Third, we must focus on what is in our control. Is it our health? Then let's tend to it. Is it our judgment? And finally, let's accept what is not in our control. That includes the weather, other people's opinions, or the past. These things upset us only because we tried to change them, to mold them, to punish them, or to run from them. But in doing so, we only make our lives more miserable. These simple yet powerful lessons are not just for us. They're for everyone who seeks inner strength in an ever-changing world. As the Stoics knew, the world will keep spinning regardless of our plans. Storms will come and so will sunshine. But it is our response, our ability to adapt and to rise, that truly defines our character. Are we brittle and weak, or are we resilient and strong? The choice, as always, is ours. To put this wisdom into practice, here are 4 steps you can integrate into your daily life, each inspired by the core of Stoic philosophy. First, morning reflection. The Stoics believed in starting the day with intention. Much like athletes gear up before a competition or warriors review their battle plans, they also took time to mentally prepare. Epicurus advised his followers to greet the day with a reminder of the tasks ahead. Many of us, though, instead jump right into the chaos of emails, notifications, and urgent requests. Instead, take a few moments for yourself. Remind yourself of your values, your goals, and the challenges that might arise during the day. Compose yourself for the day that lies ahead. You can start small, perhaps with 5 minutes of quiet reflection before the rest of the world wakes up. This daily check-in can help you stay centered throughout the day, making better decisions and being more present in every interaction. Second, negative visualization. The Stoics didn't shy away from thinking about unpleasant things. Instead, they used negative visualization as a tool to strengthen the appreciation for what they had. Seneca famously said, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." By imagining potential losses, they learned to hold on more tightly to what they valued in the present. In our fast-paced modern lives, we often take our blessings for granted. Negative visualization is not about creating worry, but about creating gratitude. By briefly imagining potential setbacks or losses, we can reevaluate what truly matters and cherish it more deeply. Third, control and response. A cornerstone of Stoicism is the idea that we only have control over our own thoughts and actions. Everything else is beyond our grasp, yet we often find ourselves worrying about things we have absolutely no influence over. When we do this, we're not only robbing ourselves of peace, but we're also distracting ourselves from what truly matters. The solution, as Epictetus suggested, is to focus our energy on what we can control and let go of the rest. This doesn't mean becoming indifferent. It means becoming more effective. When you catch yourself worrying about something you can't change, gently remind yourself, "This is not my circus. These are not my monkeys." Then redirect your attention to what you can influence. With this practice, you'll not only reduce your stress, but also become more decisive and focused on what truly makes a difference. And finally, evening review. The Stoics viewed the evening as a time for self-assessment and preparation for the next day. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, often reflected on his thoughts and actions throughout the day. He would examine his moods, his reactions, and his decisions, asking himself if he had acted with wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. This nightly review allowed him to course correct, learn from mistakes, and reaffirm his commitment to living a virtuous life. In a similar way, reflecting on your day can provide clarity and perspective. Before sleep, take a few moments to assess your day. Think about your interactions, your choices, and your emotions. Ask yourself, did I treat others with respect? Did I stand up for what I believe in? Did I waste time on things that didn't matter? Evening reflection is not about self-criticism, but about growth. It's a chance to celebrate your victories, learn from your setbacks, and make tomorrow even better than today. In the end, Stoicism isn't about amassing vast wealth or achieving fame. It's about living a life of resilience, wisdom, and virtue in whatever circumstances we find ourselves. As Seneca wisely said, it's not that life is short, it's that we waste a lot of it. May these practices help you reclaim your life, one moment of clarity, one act of courage, one choice of peace at a time.